A minute of silence for truth. Bonjour, good day. Here it is. Today is the day. Yes, it is. Today is the day. And I'm going to start off like this, but I'm going to end in 30 seconds or less in the upside down position, which will be in the right side up position after all. So, I looked at my phone yesterday at the end of the day. I'll do it like this. Period. Oh. See what I'm doing, right? See what I'm doing? I don't knock anybody over. So, I look at my phone at the end of the day yesterday, and it tells me I executed 31,000 steps and some change. Whew! Standing in a alleyway that I am deciding whether or not to take. Taxi's turning. Nope. Just dropping somebody off. This. Okay. Do it like this. So. Let's do it like that. 31,000 steps and some change. Way more comfortable. Okay? Some sounds coming from up there. Alright, how about that? So, this morning, bright and early, I wake up and I decide, with the 4 planks that I picked up yesterday, today is the day. So I get into it. Throw a little edit into it right about now. I find it easier to just do it like that, so I don't have to then go in.
Ta-da! Like, that's not how that shit works. Like, bringing people together to have discussions.
That's not how that shit works. So, I get to it. I get myself a coffee, a you know what, and there I am, continuing where I left off, with what I thought would be the last pieces. You really need to get a budget and get a wardrobe. You got a bit of a wardrobe malfunction happening here. What's going on there? You look like your beard is blowing in the wind. Come on, established. A little bit more decorum. So, this is a good walk through the alleyways. It's perfect. I think to myself, perfect. I'm gonna have enough. So I laid down, got my spliff, got my coffee, piece by piece. Get some more 16 gauge nails for the flooring. Quick little trip to Home Depot to get some more construction adhesive. And it's fun because at this point, it's now just boom, 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 like butter. Going down like butter. Always improving, getting better for the next one, you know? I put in the last little corner of that little section there. I go, ain't it a thing of beauty? Sure, it's gonna need some finishing. Sure, I bought some, 1/4 inch square pieces to fit all along the edge. Am I gonna paint it this? Am I gonna paint it that? How am I gonna, I got all that going. But then I look over at the last piece from yesterday, my 31,000 step achievement, and I say, oh boy, I'm gonna need some more. And here I am with what will hopefully be Voila planks. I also picked up some 4-inch ones instead of 6-inch ones to put in a few little, put in some accents, to put in some elements, an element in there. And voila, that should be the end of laying down the flooring for this very long and arduous patio deck. My tenant came out, my friend Uncle Al comes out and he says, wow, I just realized that you extended the balcony by at least 2 feet. I said, I sure did, buddy. Looky here, looky here. That's where the original railing was, and now we're out to here with a little corner around the edge. Around the corner here, give you a little corner where you can actually sit at the corner and look out. Okay, a lot of people looking at me. Hey, look at that. Yes, I'm going the right way. See, there's a little alleyway that cuts across. Quaint little street, this Beau Bien. I decided to, no cutty. Some of these houses don't all have alleyways that cut east to west. That's too bad. I'll take a lower street. So we're getting there, he says. Wow, you really work fast and efficient when you actually get down to it. I said, sure. The biggest part of it is having a concrete plan, and my style of construction, which is why I could never really do this as a service that clients actually pay for. I wouldn't want to. Oh, that's nice. They did a good job here. Check out this door. Look at that. That's well done. That's very well done. See? Easy to do. You just got to think about it. So I could not offer my services to paying clients because I don't have, if only I wasn't already carrying. That's a solid wood table, adonné. Adonné does not mean something you order at a shawarma place, at a Greek restaurant. That would be doner. I could not offer my services to paying clients because, for starters, I have a very different vision of what I want things to be, and I am lucky enough to have the creative license to do whatever I want to do. So no one in a million years, no contractor would ever even recommend or suggest or think of doing what I did in terms of the layout of the flooring of this balcony. In fact, if it was up to a contractor who, say, judging from the amount of work that's actually required, I would guesstimate would would quote there of about between, let's call it realistically, between 10 and 15,000 to do the job that I'm doing. Now, in terms of materials, if we're going to exclude the rocky start that we had, materials wise, we're closer to around 3,000 max for just the balcony, right? So when a contractor charges you 10,000, let's be generous, 10,000, and does it in a week, you know, they're gonna do it the very generic way. They're gonna order the plexiglass flooring from the company that's gonna make it to custom, and bada bing bada boom, you know. Yeah, they can actually make it more creative and do the wood paneling and all that stuff, but since I have opted out of doing that henceforth, this is the way it is turning out. So here we are on a quaint little street known as Saint Zotique. Which is south. Little Italy. Could it be Saint Zotique that I was at? What's going on? What is the Ben Stays? BenStays.com. There's a bunch of women in there. They all looked very happy to be there. That's a good sign. It's really a thing. Walking your dog is truly a thing. Here, let me finish off with the reverse. Voila. All right. No, go ahead. Here we are. Cute little street. Look at that. Oh, good job. Very well done. Very well done. Nice little balcony. Temporary balcony. With a little, look at that. They even put a little rooftop. Oh shit. They even put a little thing on the top. Good for you guys. So simple. So simple to make something nice. And each little bar has its own terrace in the summertime. And since the city started allowing restaurants to rent parking spots, like this guy here, you see, he's taking over 1, 2 parking spots, and he left this little spot here for a motorcycle, which is smart. It's nice. And so they pay Broom, this cafe, cute little cafe with some nice plants. Look at that. Yeah, it's so pretty. That's a nice one. Look at the color on that one there. Nice one. So this place rents at least 2, maybe 3 parking spots, along with this guy who decided to do that. Oh no! Here we go. Bonus. We got a micro terrace courtesy of whatever project somebody cooked up. And good for them, because it is very, very lovely. And this guy, Taco Trump? Is that what it says? Taco. It doesn't say Taco Trump. What does that actually say? Taco. It says Taco Trump. Okay. Taco Trump it is. And this is a cute little shop with a little green little bench. How lovely is that? Coupe pour tout. Haircuts for everyone. Oh, what a nice little setup. Oh, good job. Bravo. You got a little lady in there. Coupe pour toujours. Nice. Okay, I'll have to come back and check out the coupes pour tout le monde. So as I was saying, the process by which I end up building terraces is that where you get, or rather balconies, is that where you get a finished product that would not otherwise be done by anyone other than the owner themselves, who wanted to specifically create something special. Correct? Such as is the case at Le Manoir, where it looks like that because it was the home of someone, the primary residence of someone, and they decided to make it as such. Go through the expense, the time, the effort, the thought to do that. Oh, look at that. All these swanky little places along the strip here. These guys just went ahead and put their tables out on the sidewalk. Why not? Saint Vailleur, is this it? No, this is not it. We're almost there. I don't miss it. I do want to get home and finish this before the sun goes down. So we got a place called Cantine Panella, Petite Patrie. So Panella means pot. Genova Espresso Cafe didn't make it, but Cantine Panella looks like a pretty swanky little spot. Nice terrace, people coming in and out. So voila. I'm gonna ask this gentleman where Beaubien Metro is, and I believe he will tell me that it is close by. Excusez-moi, monsieur. Bonjour. Métro Beaubien, c'est où exactement?
C'est au coin de la prochaine rue.
Ici?
À celle-ci.
Ici?
Ouais, je vais descendre soit de celle-là ou celle-là, les deux vont.
Ou ici dans le,
la ruelle aussi.
la ruelle. Ok, merci, monsieur.
Droit devant le.
Parfait. Merci, monsieur. Voilà. That's what I thought. Like I always say, as long as we're going in the right direction, we should be okay. And voila. Enough said. Huh? Enough said. And why I like to walk through the little ruelles is because you see things like this. And some people really make something nice. You know, there's your standard generic balcony with a metal frame, and it is what it is, right? It's perfect. These guys did all wood with a little thing to go up to the top. Very nice. And a nice little with, oh, look at that, and some stairs along the side there. How lovely is that? Good job, guys. Good job. Look at that. Even with the, now there's a way to use some foreigns. Now foreigns happen to be the least expensive of the building materials, where you can pay $2 for an 8-foot long piece, and as opposed to $10 or $8 or $9, right? And as opposed to one of those strips at the top there, which is $22. or the 4-foot ones. Those are 2-foot ones, the 1 foot, whatever they are. They're $22. Or you could do what this guy did, where each strip is $2, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strips. That's $12. Different effect, but just as cool, just as clean. So these guys have like a sliding gate. Very nice. Well done. Bravo, folks. Bravo. Good job. These guys made a nice little bench over here. Good. You see? This is where you see the little gems in the back. And people have good taste, and people do great things. So, see this little rundown shack over here? I see that and I say, it has potential. $65.98 and $6,600. Here we go. The black door with the red brick. Black door with the red brick. Okay. These guys built a little granny suite in the back. Very nice, and gave it a little address itself. That's fun. Huh. Infinite. You can do whatever you want. Fitzy asked me, Daddy, did you get the permit? I say, I'll give you 2 guesses, but you only need 1. Huh? Look at those guys. They really didn't mess around. Look at that. That little patio section back there must be amazing. So, on that note and that tone, I've reached the metro destination I am going to, and I will continue to wrap this up a little bit later.